Minorities asking government to pull the brakes on plans to implement the Customs Amendment Bill banning the importation of salvage accident vehicles and second-hand cars more than 10 years old. The bill, which was passed in March, seeks to provide incentives for vehicle manufacturers that have set up plants in Ghana under the Ghana Automotive Manufacturing Development Program. Implementation is expected to begin in November, but ranking member on Parliament's Roads and Transport Committee, Kwame Adwoja, says the law is not in the interest of the country. Joseph Opoku-Gatbo is our man in Parliament and he joins me on the line. Joseph, tell us a bit more about the debate on this law and what else has been happening in Parliament.
So Mr. Kwame Adwoja, who is actually the ranking member on the Roads and Transport Committee of Parliament, has been addressing a media briefing here in Parliament House, and he says that eventually this move will end up benefiting companies that are not exactly involved in the assembling of brand new cars here in Ghana, but then are just also virtually importing vehicles and putting it together. And for him, it will lead to situations of loss of jobs because there are a lot of people who depend on accident and salvage vehicles in order to have their livelihoods. And additionally, he's very much convinced that even the vehicles that are being assembled in Ghana by companies like gov't is something that the ordinary Ghanaian will not be able to afford. And so he wants that entire plan abandoned. He's also been raising concerns that when the law was actually approved in March this year, the indication was that when it comes to the modalities for its implementation, the Ministry of Transport was going to return with a legislative instrument, clearly spelling out which vehicles will actually not be permitted, which vehicles will be allowed in, but that hasn't been done. But they've got information that government is still going ahead to implement that particular legislation, which he thinks is out of place and is born out of bad faith. But he's gotten responses to his content from the Communications Minister, Esle Usu, who has actually also been addressing the media here, insisting that the move will ensure that more sustainable jobs are created in Ghana, and so Ghanaians should be grateful for that particular move. We are expecting that at 2 o'clock, the Minister for Finance, Ken Ofori-Atta, will be in Parliament to meet the Finance Committee as he defends his request for the suspension of the fiscal stability law, so that then government can spend in excess of 5% when it comes to budget deficit going forward, which he says is being invested in COVID-19 fight.
Joseph, thank you very much for that update from Parliament. You're still watching JoyNews today with me, Ernest Mino. Time to take a breather. When we return, modalities for unemployment insurance schemes to be rolled out soon. We have updates from the Joy Business Jobs and Salaries Roundtable. Daryl is standing by with those details. Stay with us.